Hello all, welcome back to another episode of Smoker's Guide to What's for Dinner. This evening we're going to be discussing how to do a bacon wrapped stuffed pork tenderloin. Hello all, so let's get started. I'm going to walk you through the steps in the process right now. We're going to start with the bacon. I always like to pre-cook my bacon a little bit just to get that initial fat starting to render and get off the bacon. This helps keep a nice crispy product on the stuff you're going to wrap it with. So we'll put that out there on the grill at 180 and let it go roughly until you start seeing the glistening starting to happen. All right, now we're going to move on to the pork tenderloin. A lot of times they sell the pork tenderloin two to a package. You're going to cut open that vacuum seal package, pull it out. We're only going to be cooking one, so you can put one back to cook at a later date if you'd like. What we're going to do is take the one pork loin, rinse it off real good, and then cut it to where it's like a butterfly. So we'll be cutting it lengthways, spread it out, and then we'll take a meat hammer or a meat tenderizer or a heavy skillet and pound that pork tenderloin into a flat piece of meat so we can easily put the stuffing and the cheese mixture inside it. So next what we're going to do is the cheese mixture. Now with the cheese mixture we're going to take 8 ounces of cream cheese, 2 cups of shredded gouda, and mix that together. Now I do set my cream cheese out to soften up at least an hour before I'm going to use it. It makes it easier to stir together. We're going to go ahead and add about a teaspoon of pepper, a little bit of salt. I say a teaspoon, that might be too much. You may want to start out with a half and then give it a little taste. Then mix that all together and set it aside. Then the next thing we're going to do is going to go ahead and make our bacon lattice work, or a bacon weave as some people call it. Generally what I'll do, I'll lay all my bacon out into a straight line. I'll put the width of take a 1 strip length of the bacon and then put lines down the width of that strip of the bacon. And then I'll weave it into each other pieces and all that. The main reason why I'm doing this, when we do a bacon wrapped pork tenderloin, this allows that bacon to really stay attached to that pork tenderloin and makes a nice presentation when you're done. And that way everybody gets a bite of bacon. That's the most important thing. So with that said, now we're going to move on to spreading the cheese mixture on top of the pork tenderloin. Spread it out flat. Now here's where you could square it up if you want, make it the exact width of your bacon lattice if you'd like, or your bacon weave. It's up to you guys. It makes for a better presentation, but I also like pork tenderloin without bacon too, so some may lay with outside it, but this, for presentation purposes, we'll square it up. So take your cheese mixture, spread it out evenly on the pork tenderloin, then I come back with breadcrumbs right on top of that, mainly because it helps as a binder to keep that cheese mixture inside that pork tenderloin while it's cooking. Now you roll up that pork tenderloin and cheese mixture tightly. Go ahead and you can place toothpicks in there if you would like, and then season up. And today we're going to be seasoning it up with a base layer of Hogs SPG, and then coming back on top with Smoking Brothers But the Kitchen Sink. Now you go ahead and lay that down on your bacon weave and roll the bacon weave around your pork tenderloin, stuffed pork tenderloin. And again, here's another place you could place toothpicks, but try to remember where you put the toothpicks. The one thing that's always upsetting is when a guest actually gets a toothpick in a bite. So you want to make sure to always remove all the toothpicks. Definitely keep a count of your toothpicks. So with that said, let's go on out to the grill. All right, we're out at the grill. We've got the grill set at 180. It's time to transfer the pork tenderloin to the grill. This is sometimes where it gets a little tricky. You want to make sure you cup the pork tenderloin, the lattice work, and the bacon weave around, and gently lay it down onto the grill. Now we'll cook for 180 for 1 hour, and come back out here and turn the grill up to 250. All right, the pork tenderloin's been cooking now. We had already come out here and turned it up to 250 after the hour mark. Now we're gonna temp it, and we're hoping to be about 150. We are perfect. So now we're gonna go ahead and remove it. Now you could have put foil underneath this, so you could have kept a lot of that nice little cream cheese filling. Here we go. All right, we're back inside at Smoke Hollow. We had taken off the bacon wrap stuffed pork tenderloin. We let it rest for about 10 minutes before we're gonna slice into it. You always wanna let your meat rest just for a little bit before you slice into it. So, we're gonna go ahead. Oh my, that is amazing. Thank you guys for tuning in today. And if you like what you saw, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'd love to have you follow us. And from our family to your family, bacon wrapped stuffed pork tenderloin is what's for dinner.